In this video, we are going to look at a sample multiple choice question from the Keystone Biology Exam. First, let's read the question together. When there's a diagram, analyze that first to gain an understanding of what's going on. This diagram is called Water Movement and the Cell Membrane. The diagram shows water as small black dots, moving from the left, where the dots are more closely packed, to the right, where they're more spread out. Let's read the question. The relative concentration of solute inside and outside a cell can cause water molecules to move across the membrane. Which phrase would be an alternate title to the diagram? So the question is asking you to come up with a name for the process that is displayed in the diagram. For multiple choice questions, it's always a good idea to try to answer the question before you look at the choices. When you're taking the actual test, you can cover the choices with your hand. Doing this will help you to avoid the trick choices that are always added on multiple choice exams. What do you recall about transport in cells? Do you remember the specific term that names what is happening in this diagram? Okay, now look at the answers. Do any of the choices match with the term that you just came up with? If so, great job. That's your answer. Mark it on your Scantron and you would move on to the next question. Your first guess is almost always right. If you didn't have a first guess, look through each choice, trying to eliminate ones that you know are wrong. First, choice A, exocytosis in a cell. Recall that exocytosis uses a vesicle to remove larger molecules from the cell through the cell membrane. Look back at the diagram in the question. Do you see a vesicle? Is A the correct choice? Now choice B, active transport in a cell. Recall that active transport uses ATP as an energy source to force a substance to move from low concentration to an area of high concentration. In this diagram, is water moving from low concentration to high concentration? Is ATP being used as an energy source? Is choice B the correct choice? Now choice C, osmosis across a membrane. Recall that osmosis is the movement of water across a membrane from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. Look again at the diagram in the sample question. The water dots are moving from high concentration to low concentration. The diagram is showing the process of osmosis. So is C the correct choice? Finally, let's look at choice D, facilitated diffusion across a membrane. You may recall that facilitated diffusion uses carrier proteins to allow certain molecules to pass through the cell membrane. Look back at the diagram in the sample question. Do you see any carrier proteins in the diagram? Let's look at the question again. After reviewing all of the choices, how would you answer this question? If you chose C, great job. Choice C is the correct answer.